Alright guys, I have the top 4 decks that you need to build in One Piece card game OP05 meta, guys. These decks are winning so many big tournaments. I'm going to give you guys some of these winning lists. I'm going to give you some of the best lists I can find out there. After a lot of playtesting, this is, in my opinion, some of the best ways to ratio these decks. So hopefully you guys are going to gain a lot of knowledge from this. Hopefully you get inspired to build your own amazing top deck. Without further ado, guys, let's jump right in, guys. We got number 4 here. Purple Luffy. Absolutely amazing deck. You got so many early game options. Your late game is insane. Let's talk a little bit through this. Obviously, you want to start the game possibly with Miss Double Finger. 𝐒𝐓 is a 2K counter that allows you to draw. You don't have to play her. You just use her for the 2K. So this is this ratio could change if you want to. But really what you're trying to do is you're trying to push out an ulti or a scratchman. Basically what you want is a 4-cost 6K on the board. Ulti can help you do that really early if you go first. If not, you could still pull out just one scratchman, toss them out. That's what this scratchman Sphinx page 1 combo here. Basically you're running 4 scratchmans and then 4 page 1s. You want to push one of these guys out early. If you can get the ulti out early, that's insane value. You get 2 cards. One of them is a 6K. That's huge early. If not, just push out the scratchman. It still gives you a lot of value. Also here, Trafalgar Law. Purple just does not allow you to have a hand anymore, guys. Trafalgar Law is always scary, so you run 4 of him. Sometimes you can just attack the opponent. He takes a hit, and then you can just use it. That's the best way to use this card. That way the opponent does not is not ready for it. And really, it's kind of hard to calculate for it. So sometimes you think you're safe, and then you get a couple of hits, and you just he activates that card. So the opponent has to kind of force himself to toss out cards early on. It really is helpful to keep this in your hand. So 4 for sure. And later on, guys, you can run 4 X-Drake, you can run 4 𝐒𝐓. This is just for the 2K. You're really never playing the X-Drake out, but people like to run 2K X-Drake just because they have at least a potential of playing him out. Whereas 𝐒𝐓 2K, maybe you'll never play her out. So that makes sense why this is at 4, but really you're not playing him out. It's just for the 2K. Magellan at 5, you want to play him. He's a must. Some decks like Sakazuki can be really affected by Magellan. Unfortunately, he can put this back in the bottom of the deck, so it doesn't activate its ability. That's why it's bad against Sakazuki. But really, in any deck that's running a certain curve, that losing that 1 down can really hurt, especially if they're going first. It really can hurt them playing that perfect curve. So you really can manipulate the opponent, really force him to change his game plan completely with Magellan. So I really like him. Magellan here is an option mid-game, or Eustace Kid. Eustace Kid is your second option, best option. In my opinion, this is your first best option into Magellan, second best option. And your third best option is Polly, if there's something to KO. But really, this Eustace Kid, you want to get him off early. If you can get those abilities out, bringing Dawn back. Even running this Kaido won't hurt so bad, running this Kaido if you have this Dawn return. It's really going to feel amazing actually running this Kaido. Because basically you only lose 5 and you're going to replenish 2 anyways next turn. Really you only lose 4, then you replenish 2 next turn. So basically you only lose 2 Dawn really. And so the Eustace, you'll immediately start feeling him. So playing him off early will pop off and it'll add up with the Magellan and everything. It really will add up. So as early as possible you want to toss this out. Polly, of course, gives you a little bit of extra Dawn and control of the opponent. And it's a 6K, really nice. So you run 4 of him. You can run this Monkey D. Luffy. This is really just for the rush. Some people don't run him at all in Purple Luffy. Instead, they run more of the 7-drop Eustace. But yeah, guys, that's an option. Queen here is, I can't believe it's a $50 card right now. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm pretty sure it's going to get reprinted very soon, but that's crazy. Eustace Kid, you could do 2 or 3. You really want to play him out turn 4. That's going to be amazing right after playing Kaido. It's just going to feel amazing. And the best way to play him is to play Eustace Kid into playing this 7-drop Kid into the 9-drop. And that way you feel really comfortable. You're really healthy at 6K. And you have 2 big bodies on the board plus a blocker. It's going to be very hard for the opponent to control you. Last but not least, guys, we got Orochima here. There's not a lot of late game characters for Purple. It's not like Blue where they got a 10-drop Kaido that just draws 4 cards for free. So you want to play, this is basically your other, this is your biggest vanilla that you have. This is your biggest card you have. So you're going to play 2 of him at least, because you really don't have anything else besides Kaido for your late game and Eustace 7 drop. Really don't have anything. Think about it. Purple literally does everything purple that's not here is all Animal Kingdom. So that's why you can't run it in this purple deck. Also, this Gum Gum Gatling is really good late game. Tossing out the last couple of cards in your hand is going to be very, very helpful. Throwing out a Luffy or something really good with it is going to give you value. But yeah, guys, this is the purple Luffy deck. I really love it. It's one of the best decks in the game. It's really fast. I think it just hurts itself by not getting the cards that it needs. It really needs Kaido's early, and you can push them off turn 4 or 5. But there is a setup you need. You need like the ultis, you need some Scratchmans, you need this Eustace, it helps you out a lot. You do need the 7 drop and the 9 drop. So if you don't get those off early, sometimes your RNG can screw you. But besides that, the deck is really strong, pops off really fast, and yeah, guys, this is number 4 in my opinion, purple Luffy. Moving on, guys, number 3, 𝐒𝐎𝐍𝐶. This is an amazing 𝐒𝐿𝐴 deck, guys. 𝐒𝐿𝐴, in my opinion, is an amazing contender only because of the Big Moms. Big Moms, being able to spam Big Mom. First of all, nobody else has late game like Big Mom does. And then, second of all, spamming 2 or 3 Big Moms, if you have a couple of blockers on board, basically wins you a game. You cannot deal with it. Also, the triggering blockers from the Big Mom's healing is gonna hurt you a lot. So it's really tough to play against this deck, guys, which is why, in my opinion, it's number 3 here. Let's run through this really quickly. You want a couple of Shirahoshi, you can pick them back up with 𝐒𝐿𝐴 and put them on top of the deck. And just playing one off per game is actually gonna help you a lot. Just running a couple of Brules here just for more trigger, but you can actually just get rid of the Amandes for more Brules if you want, and more Yamatos. But yeah, this is just a deck that really focuses around the 2k counters and protecting themselves, but also they want some blocking, and so that's how this came about. Also, you're running Pudding, obviously, because you're running Big Moms. Big A in every yellow deck, you run 4. Prospero is a must in this deck. He's really good paying them off early. He's going to pop off the deck, allowing you to draw your Big Moms. Sanji at 4, no need for explanation. Satori, you could run more of him. He's really good 2k and a trigger. Really, really effective card. Gedatsu at 4 is a must. It's really good against a lot of different decks. Against Sakazuki, sometimes you won't even attack early. Against Purple Luffy, it's useful because they really keep their health. They really keep themselves healthy as long as possible. Purple Luffy, so playing Gedatsu on top is gonna help you a lot. Get something big, maybe a Eustace, possibly. No, not really, but you could get something of 4 cost against Purple Luffy. Moving on, guys, Charlotte Linden 7 drop. I think it's one of the best curve plays to play this on curve, to play Gedatsu to slow down the opponent with Gedatsu, get it aboard, then play Charlotte Linden, lose either destroy an opponent's life or gain a life. It doesn't matter. You're still gaining an 8k and you have a 6k already. It's insane. And then from there you just pop off. And then of course 𝐒𝐿𝐴. I think 2 is enough. He's really expensive, $80. So I think 2 is all you need. You really don't need more. You really, really don't need more. He's really just picking up Shirahoshi or picking up a blocker. Really, that's it. He's not really doing anything else. But he is effective. He's good. But I don't think you need more than 3. 2 is enough, I believe. Yamato here at 2. You could run maybe 0 if you want to, if Big Mom is enough for you. But really, I just wanted to have an extra option for late game because that's where I'm finding myself at a lot in 𝐒𝐿𝐴. I find myself in the late game a lot. And especially against NL, there's a lot of decks now that go for late game. Sakazuki, sometimes you'll go into late game with him. Sometimes he'll be able to beat. He tries to beat everybody really fast, Sakazuki, during the mid game, but you really could take him to late game, especially with all your healing. And then also because of the Sakazuki meta, I think Thunderbolt is insane here, as well as Viyamaru really can steal you games against Sakazuki. And Purple Luffy, you can deal with the Eustace 5 drop. There's a lot of things you can deal with the Thunderbolt. You just gotta be careful because you lose life, but it's not gonna really hurt you with Linden. And as long as you stay a little bit healthy early on, you'll be fine. You'll feel good playing these. But yeah, guys, this is the 𝐒𝐿𝐴 deck. In my opinion, one of the best yellow decks in the game. I have another yellow deck, guys, I want to show you. Let's jump right in and show you NL number 2. In my opinion, one of the second best decks, probably the best deck in the game. Just having the ability to re-heal yourself, and kind of, I mean, the reason Queen is so much fun for me is because the heal, and L gets that for free. He doesn't even need to have a certain criteria like 4 cards in hand. He literally gets it for free as long as it's your last life. So it's insane. It allows you to keep basically take a lot of damage early on, then just keep healing. It's really, really effective, and it changes the way the opponent plays against you, because your late game is now super late game. Because if he thinks he's gonna win right now, he still needs a couple extra turns. Possibly, if you survive 1 turn, you possibly opponent might need 2 or 3 more turns to win, just because you keep healing every turn. You're not healing once per game. So guys, let's talk about this deck. Shirahushi at 2. Honestly, 2 or 3 is maximum here. You don't need more. Shura, you can run 2 to 4. This deck is running 4, but you can really run out with 2 or 3 is enough. It's a little bit hard to run, but because you're going second, it's going to feel good to play. Bege, it's not really expensive, just $1. 4 off, must. Holly here, because you're playing Ohm, you're playing Sky Islands and NL, so you're going to run Holly into Ohm. It's just so useful. It's kind of like an ulti combo. Sanji here, no need to explain. Satori, the Sky Island Master here, 4 off for sure. Gedatsu at 4. It's very similar to the category deck, guys, but you will see some changes here. We have only 2 of the NLs. These NLs, you could run 3 or 4, but these are really for the Sakazuki match. 2 of the Linlins, and like I said, on curve, playing after Gedatsu just feels so good. 3 categories, you don't need to run 3, you could just run 2, you could get off with 2 category and 3 Charlotte Linen. It just depends on what you like. Honestly, I think this is better. And then you run 4 of the Yamatos, and then you're going to run Thunderbolts, via Marus, and if you want, you could run Althor for some counter, but if not, you can just run more Thunderbolt and a little bit more late game characters. But yeah, guys, this is the deck. NL is very similar. The only difference really is you're not running the 10 drop and you're running more Sky Island like the Ohm and the Holy. And that's just because you have the search for it, so you're gonna run those Sky Islands. But yeah, guys, that's NL. In my opinion, this is one of the best lists for NL. Go ahead, get inspired by this, and let's go to the #1 deck. Here it is, guys. In my opinion, Sakazuki Blue Black is the best deck in the game right now, guys. Let's talk about this. I think this is a really strong list. It can get you really inspired. It won a tournament, so this list is really strong. So let's just talk about it. You do want to run the Tsuru. You're searchable with your Navy, brand new. You're going to run only 2 Sherries. You don't need more. You can use her for counter if you don't need her, or you can play her off early. It's going to get you some kind of value a little bit early. Maybe a Hino. But really, you're really using her just for the counter. You still want to have a couple of her just in case you want to use her and pick up some cards from trash. Rebecca here at 4, no need to explain. You just pick her up. Play her, pick up a Hino or a Rob Lushi, play the Hina, and then play Rob Lushi right after. That's insane combo. Brand new at 4 is insane, really good with Hound Blaze, just such a good combo. You are running Bartholomew's. These are 2K blockers, really, really valuable. One of the best cards in the game, I believe. 2K blocker counter. That's amazing. Hina, this is another kind of searcher. A lot of guys are running 3 or 4 of Hinas. This guy just ran 1 or 2. You don't need more, but it's still really useful playing her out. It's turn 2, getting a card early and getting a body on the board really can help you as Sakazuki. Tashigi here, sometimes you use him, sometimes just there for the 2K counter. Hina is really strong, combos with Rebecca. Kuzan, you want to push out this Kuzan early. If he's on board, he can allow you to do so much more. You can run 3 or 4 Kuzans, but really you just need 2. You don't need more. You're playing 1 Kuzan per game basically. Borsalino at 4, Rob Lushi at 4. No need to explain. Borsalino here 7 drop, can run 3 or 4 of him, but you really want to run 3 at least. I know you can pick him back up if he's in trash, but you still want to run 3. Kaido is amazing. You get to play Kaido, but all you need is 2 of him. But if you stay healthy, then go for the Kaido. You win game. Just that 4 cards in hand is gonna force the opponent to just have a nightmare to deal with. You can counter out of the next attacks, and then you get a 12K body on board. It's huge. Ice Age is amazing. It's basically a Hina. So you want to run a couple. Great Disruption is huge for you. You want to run this no matter what. You want to run this at 4. And then Hound Blaze at 4 as well. Combos with Navy, brand new, really good. Guys, that's it. Those are my top 4 decks in this meta, guys. I'm interested in your opinions. What deck is your favorite? Go ahead, leave a comment down below. I do have an extra deck that I really love. Queen is probably one of my favorite decks. I'm trying to perfect it, but I don't think it's it's absolutely meta. Still, that's another 5th deck if you guys want to think about it like that. But yeah, guys, leave a comment down below. Make sure you support us, and we'll see you next time.